All right, good morning. Sorry for the delay here. Wake up. SJV is now live. That was French Toast Tuesday. Almost like a Taco Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May 11th. Fabulous weather out there. Just absolutely delightful. I know everybody out there was hoping we'd get some snow. So that has arrived. 3 inches, I believe, overnight. And I've got the colored circle thing on my laptop, which is always enjoyable. Just trying to get settled here in my office. Hope everybody's well, everybody's safe. We have coming up on today's show at 7:20, Nicole Jandro from No Nonsense will be joining us. Talk about her show, talk about the challenges of remote learning, talk about why my laptop's frozen. And hopefully you guys are watching out there. We're just overloaded. May have to shut down and rejoin as I have gotten nothing. I don't even know if I'm talking to anybody. All right, I think we're back here. I apologize. This is Wake Up SJV. It's 7:14. Some technical difficulties, and quite frankly, when you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. We're back at it. I did try to open the show coming out of the shower. I want to thank one of my students and his family, the Wallets. This is from David. His coffee mug in the great chocolates. Thank you for that. It is now 5 minutes until we bring in Nicole Jandro, we hope, from No Nonsense. Let's take a look at the fabulous weather. It is just great outside. I hope you find folks. We're happy to see the snow this morning here in middle of May, as we all are. It won't last, don't worry. In fact, later today, we're hoping for a melt. Let's get into this show here. Here it is. So the many tabs on the screen. Currently, you'll see the hazardous weather conditions. This is brought to you by National Weather Service, by the way. Now until 9 a.m., we've got a winter weather advisory, and then that's gone. Rest of the day, we've got rain, snow, then rain, snow. That's fabulous. But if you look at Wednesday, Thursday, it looks beautiful. Wednesday, mid 40s. Thursday 55. We might even see 60. That'd be awesome. And then some crap Friday night. Awesome. So there's a look at the weather. Brought to you by the National Weather Service, based out of Gray, Maine, I believe. But that particular forecast is for the Frenchville Airport. What's going on in the news today? Locally, looks like graduation is set for June 12th. It'll be on the soccer field here at Fort Kent Community High School. All Valley Unified schools will be closed, will have their last student day on June 5th. So we got that to look forward to. Graduation on the soccer field. I know there's a group looking at that. The idea is to have vehicles probably surrounding the track. I would assume 6 to 10 feet apart, but more details forthcoming on that. Spring sports are done. It's not happening. We may have some sort of I don't know, weekend intramural league, or my guess is sometime the MPA is giving us some guidance sometime after July 4th. So I think July 6th might be a date where we can start doing some stuff with all our athletes. That's what's going on in local sports. What are we going to do with the prom? Seniors, come on. We got to do something for our seniors. We got graduation, at least as a plan. What about the milestone of the prom? I just don't know how that's going to look. I got to stop saying in state news, the COVID-19 madness continues. There is a 4-phase plan that's been brought out by Governor Mills. So we're in the midst, I believe, of still phase 1. How are we going to reopen? Are we going to do that regionally? As Aroostook County, going to be given a little bit more flexibility and leeway than a Cumberland County down there in the Portland area, where there's many more cases. I watch some of the national news, and it seems like it's the same in Maine. They say we need to test more. Testing. I guess so. We are 1 minute away from Nicole Jondro from No Nonsense. We're going to be talking to her, see what's going on with that show and some other stuff she's got rolling. Sports. Tennis nets are up. Okay, there was a group there yesterday playing. We are working on a batting cage, outdoor batting cage that will be open to the public with some strict rules. But the batting cage is getting close. The Booster Club donated the wood in their time last fall, and we're trying to throw a net over that and get it up and going, and some other stuff. But we're going to bring in here, without further ado, Nicole Jondro momentarily. Hopefully she's not too upset with the delay, fabulous delay I've got going this morning. So let's see if we can bring in Nicole. Hello. Hey, good morning, Nicole. Hello.
Morning, sorry.
No problem. You're on Wake Up SJV, and the problem is I don't think I woke up. We were on a 10-minute delay this morning, but Thanks for joining us.
Of course. I do have my coffee though, because I too had a hard time.
I was just going to ask you, I got this mug here from one of my students. I don't know if you can make that out.
Let's talk about fitness.
Yes, that's it. Let's talk about fitness. So Nicole, tell us a little bit about, I got a chance to check out your show last Friday for the first time. And I plan to be a regular visitor. I was coming home from Friday night Warrior Lights, and I doing a little cooking, my master chef skills. But anyway,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Great conversation. But tell us about No Nonsense here on the St. John Valley Live platform.
So No Nonsense with Nico is basically only about nonsense. It's just a silly, fun hour to just try to keep people's spirits up. I had already talked about wanting to do something on my own page, but I was approached by Josh at Crossings to do a show, and we're like, oh, we'll give it a go. And then it just took off. Like, people really responded well to it. So we're going to keep going.
That's what we need, Nicole, is just nonsense. So you got a spin on words there. So
Yeah.
you in fact are talking nonsense, which I love. I don't know if you've seen Some Good News by John Krasinski, but that's a nice little show, and it's really picked up steam. But anyway, his thought is kind of your thought. Take people's minds off all this COVID crap and everything else, and
Just have fun.
yeah, let people just go at it. Now you have some music on there too. Is that true, Nicole?
Music?
Yeah, I thought I heard someone was singing when I turned it on last week. No?
No, we don't have music. We just have lots of silly conversation, and I think next week I'm going to I found this magnetic face mask that you can put on online, and so I want to try that, and I think I might do it on air. We'll see what it takes. Oh, did I lose you?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if it's probably my internet connection, but you're back.
I'm back.
Okay. Did you say a magnetic face mask?
I did. Yeah, I just saw it online last night, and I thought, oh my God, I need to get that and do it on the show.
I need one of those. That sounds pretty cool. I'm trying to just make my own. My daughter made me one out of a sock, which I've been using. It smells a little bit, but that's been my
A
go-to.
mask out of a sock?
Oh yeah, Avery's super creative.
Oh, no. No, like a mask that cleanses your face, not like a breathing mask.
Oh, my mistake. I thought you were talking about a COVID-19 mask.
Did you think I was going to wrap like a chain link face fence around my face?
You'd be like the bad guy in one of those Spider-Man, Supermans, whatever. Yeah, that'd be neat. So, I hear a young guy in the background there. You tell us. Listen, you're working for, I believe, Urban Woodlands. You've got two. Hey, how you doing? There's Grayson, right? You've got two kids at home. So how the heck do you balance working from home and facilitating this remote learning that we're going through here? How's that going for you?
It's been a challenge, but I just have to be very strategic with how I break up the day, knowing like the morning is the most productive for them. So I'm still working, but I'm a little bit slower. And then in the afternoons, I get a lot done. And I'll generally work later, like eat supper, kids are watching their movie, and I'm up till 8, 9 o'clock, whatever, just trying to play catch up so that I can feel like I've been productive during the day. But it's been quite the challenge. I'm thankful I only have one in school right now, but next year, if we have another health crisis, my kids are just they're not gonna graduate on time because I'm not doing it 2 times.
It's a lot.
It
We
is a
talk a
lot.
lot about, within our teaching staff and administration, how lucky we are to have people like you that are home and doing that. And and you got a feline there too, a kitty cat.
Yeah,
You know what? I really have to speak to, like, I'm very fortunate that I have the support that I do. I have family in town and my parents are right down the street. And I just feel for the people who don't have that support, who might not have the resources or the village person, so to speak, to lean on during this kind of time. It makes me want to reach out to more people. Like, I'm struggling, but I might not be struggling as much as someone else.
Yeah, no, I would agree. That's great. So Nicole Jandra is donating her time. So people, call her up. She wants to teach your children.
I will fight you.
In all seriousness, that is a great point. I will say that we're, at this point, everybody understands the situation, and we're just trying to do our best to help all the students get through it. And we're hoping, there is a integration plan put in place now by all of Val Unified for hopefully things to get back to some sort of normal in the fall. But I don't think it'll ever be the same.
No, and maybe it shouldn't be the same. I think we should not, I thought this cool photo, it said, let's not go back to what we were, let's move forward from where we were when this took place. And I thought that was really, I don't know, I just liked that. I think we should just take what we've learned of what was working then and what we know obviously wasn't now and just keep it moving. But you know what, I have to give a shout out to my son's teacher, Mrs. Amy. Woohoo! She's really been a blessing through this whole thing. I think all of our educators, well, every person that's involved in that school has done an amazing job making sure that the kids are taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, Nicole, I've been lucky to have Miss Amy Levesque for both my daughters. She is awesome. I would say too that the high school phys ed teacher is incredible. I don't know who that guy is, but he's been amazing.
Why, did somebody replace you?
No nonsense, huh?
I can't let it slide. If it's funny, it's funny.
You've got another angle for us here in week 2 of our show that we have not got into. Tell us, you work for Irving Woodlands. How has COVID-19 changed such a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Cooperation.
It's really been incredible to watch the shift. Operations have continued, it's not gotten stronger because of the need. And what a lot of people don't always what not a lot of people might not know is that a lot of the products that we make from our lumber goes into the isolation suits, the masks, or it's turned into other products that can help fuel machines or trucks or this or that. And we're able to keep our people employed. We've been able to support other businesses with donations and our services and our time. And it's really just shown another level of humanity that I think a lot of people think corporations and companies like us don't have because we're so big. It's been really, really cool to see. We have weekly meetings with the VP, and it's just nice to see everybody come together. They've done a really, really incredible job.
So Irving Woodlands is making whatever it's called there, PCP type equipment. Did you say like suits and masks?
PCP? No, we're not in that business.
Okay.
PPE.
Are they making magnetic masks?
No, they're not making magnet masks. If they do, though, we'll be the first ones to try it. I'll send you a complimentary bag.
whatever happened to the two cucumbers on your eyes and I mean, are we still rolling out masks like that? Would that
I
help me grow
can't because
hair?
I'll just eat them. I can't do food on my face.
No food on the face. Listen, I got myself in trouble last week for showing videos of like 80s and 90s music or whatever. So I've been going local. Yesterday was Empty Head. Today I opened with some French Toast. Who is your go-to local band, Nicole? Tell us. We need
My
to.
go-to local.
Yes.
I love Travis here. He's out of Stockholm. He just has a really cool vibe, and whenever he plays, he will play on the crowd. He'll play like he plays at the brewery. Weirdo. He plays at the brewery, and he'll play off like stories that he can hear me telling, and he'll make a quick song. And he's just has a really cool vibe to him. I love his scruffy voice, and he's right out of like Stockholm, Sweden area. And then
Awesome.
right in Fort Kent, Adam Neto.
Oh yes, I'm writing
Yeah,
these down. I'm typing these as we speak. Adam Neto. Okay, good. Keep going.
Yeah, he plays like a lot of songs. He does a lot of covers that you don't hear everybody doing. Like he'll do Hootie, and it's just like Outkast. It's just nice. It's a nice switch up, and he's got a nice voice. Plays guitar. It's really cool. I like him a lot.
That's great. So I'm going to try to find the hard thing for me is to find them online. I actually played an Empty Head. I don't know if you know what a CD is, Nicole, but I played the Empty Head CD in my DVD player yesterday because I couldn't
I
find
thought you were
much.
still on 8-track, so good for you.
Oh, yeah. I wish I had an 8-track player. So you've got a pretty good pulse here on the community, especially when it comes to, you mentioned you work at First Mile Brewery. I know, just like myself, you love the restaurants. What are you hearing about these places reopening, other than just how they're operating now with, takeout or whatnot? Are we getting close, Nicole, to maybe sitting down and eating again, or?
I think we're going to be getting close to the opportunity, but I just worry that it wouldn't be fiscally responsible or doable, really, because of just the restrictions. Like, people are going to want to go out when they can feel free and they can sit down to relax. And if they want to be there for 3 hours, they could be there for 3 hours. But if you can only allow in 3 tables, you're not. As a server, it's all about rotating your tables and keeping that, fresh people in. So if you can only have 6 or whatever people in the restaurant at the same time, it's almost not like it would be feasible. It almost wouldn't be. But that's coming from a restaurant. On the bar side, I think my people could do some damage in a half hour. I would welcome it.
That's true. It's probably going to be easier to open a bar than it is a full-fledged restaurant.
I think so. Just if you think about cost, but I know for us at the brewery, we are following obviously health guidelines, but we're also looking at the Maine Brewers Guild to kind of follow what they're doing, where we only do craft brew. We do operate a little bit differently than, say, Crossings or people with like a full liquor license. They have different things that they can do because they're under a different set of guidelines.
Gotcha. Yeah. I know myself, I'm still trying to support them at least, I'm not rich like you, but I get some takeout. I got the angry mussels at Walker's a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God.
I got the sushi bowl, was incredible, thanks to Josh last week. So I'm just trying to,
I know Claire's come up with some really cool dishes over at Crossings. I've tried a few of them. I did their sushi bowl. I ordered all of the Mexican from Walker's. That's my favorite food, and they did a really good job. I am absolutely missing. Like there's a part of my soul missing that I have not been able to have Swamp Bug Ranch in 2 months. I am actually in pain. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Swamp Buck. I know they have 75 owners, but I don't know.
And they all have their lips sealed.
Oh, so they're just totally shut her down. So we'll see what goes on there.
I know.
But it's quite a thing. So tell us what's coming up on No Nonsense this Friday, and what time does that start again, Nicole? Give us the lowdown on Fridays. Sell your show right now. Sell it.
Sell it. Okay, so Friday is actually UMFK's giving campaign. We're doing a virtual trivia night. That starts at 8, and I will be the host of that. Generally, No Nonsense comes on at 8:30, but I think that we're just going to run from trivia, take a little bit of a break, and then just run into mine until my time would be done. I actually am not 100% sure what I'm going to finish the show with. It'll probably just be catching up, tell some stories, catch up on what people have been wanting to talk about. We did open up the phone lines last time, so that's going to be an option for people, as well as we're going to be setting up a form where people can write in anonymously with a question or an issue, and if they want my take on it, how I would respond or what my thoughts are on it. So I'll be able to hit people's questions head on, and they'll be able to do that anonymously. So I think we're going to do that. We might be moving to a new time once this all opens, because we are at Crossings and they are nightlife. So if we can keep a crowd quiet for an hour, they can watch the show live. So we're still trying to figure out the semantics of that, how that's going to work.
Awesome. Hey, you can have 7 a.m. Actually go before. Just go before us. You can go at 6 a.m. So
Nope.
you guys are big time. You've got like 7 camera angles. You got Josh up in the booth. You got guests. You got trivia. You got and here's my assistant.
I know, but she's so cute.
Yeah. She's sleeping on the job as usual.
Are
Well,
you
Nicole,
jealous that she has more hair than you?
yeah, she does. So let me get this straight. Am I able to play trivia Friday or no? As just a fan, or how's this working?
So you should reach out to Sharon Lugden. She is the contact for this campaign. I don't know. I know they have 20-something players already. I don't know if they were going to cap it or what. I just know that I have to.
That. Okay, I didn't know if it was like the bar trivia where you just show up and start playing.
No, I think this is a little bit more sophisticated, for lack of a better word, where it's UMFK's alumni will actually be participating.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, listen, we're so happy that you could join us this morning. Thanks for
asking me on.
You certainly do have so much to offer, and we're really looking forward to Friday night.
Thank you.
In the No Nonsense.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Talk to you later.
Okay. That was Nicole Jandro from No Nonsense. So awesome stuff. I'm struggling again. I really think by tomorrow I'll be able to follow Facebook Live questions, but that still has not happened. Coming up tomorrow on Wednesday, we will have none other than Mr. Economics, Mr. Edmonston, Mr. Winter Carnival. Mr. Doug Dorman will join us here live on Thursday. We're going to go back to back with administrators here in the District 27. So on Thursday, we will bring in Mr. Robbie Netto, who operates Fort Kent Elementary School as the principal. And on Friday, the Deuce will be here. That is the Dean of Students for Valley Rivers Middle School and Fort Kent Elementary, Steve Doucette. So we've got just an action-packed week here as we close out this. I'm looking out my window here. The snow is still coming down, folks. I did want to mention here before Nicole came on that here in town, we talked about the tennis nets, the batting cage, also thinking about some beach volleyball on this fine wintry day. Setting that up, possibly behind the pool. There's a nice little flat area there where I think we can get some sand. So we're going to be working on that. We got some clearance from Susie Parody, who's joined us last week. So we're going to try to orchestrate that. Nicole was so nice to give us a couple more artists here. Travis Sear, Adam Netto. We've had, I'm building a list here as we speak. Empty Head, French Toast. We need to promote these local artists. I know we have a great student of ours who I don't know if we can convince to perform live here. It's early, but her name is Yana Netto, and she is a sophomore, super sophomore, but she's pretty talented, and in fact, very talented. So we're hoping to see her come on board. Katie Hebert comes to mind, a senior who has done the national anthem for us on a regular basis. So we'd like to hear as many as of these local artists, as we can, as we go through it. I'm looking for some gardening tips. I'm looking for some camping tips, a couple things that we need to get into here as we get into the spring. And trust me, the snow will melt. We're going to wrap things up and move on here. I know sometimes we go to 8, sometimes 8:15. I started late. We're all over the place today, but I'm sure many of you have some fabulous things to do with your morning. Remember, tomorrow, coming up here on Wake Up SJV, Mr. Doug Dorman. In closing, stay safe, practice your social distancing. I hope you didn't put your boots away yet or your winter gear. Make a snowman today, maybe. That's always a good choice. But we will see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully we will not plan to fail. We will prepare and be ready to roll. For my dog Nook, and this is Eric Werken signing off. Have a great day and stay safe.